By the way, don't forget to update your icons.
Was there new art made?
What do you mean?
You said update the icons.
Yes, they need to change their icons to the one for the game.
Oh.
Yeah. Alright, hello everybody and welcome to the stream. I am Razim and this is Infinite Unknowns Pathfinder. I will turn it over to Digi for the recap.
Well, last time we were introduced to new members of expanding team, and then I heard sounds of what I assumed to be battle coming from below. Upon investigating it and being thoroughly dissuaded by my party, they went into the hallway while I went to retrieve the undoubtedly enchanted item. In the hallway, there appeared to be some sort of message, but I didn't really hear it myself. I merely picked up the blade and got images of some creature lurking below that very much wants, very likely to kill anything that lives. This sword wants it dead. Seems very straightforward. So I'll be taking it with me and into battle. Then, as we tried to move along, it seems that something strange jellyfish-like things killed those orcs that the party was neutral to. We dispatched them, moved on, encountered with some rats. There was a hallway fight, very not advantageous, but we've pushed ahead regardless, and we are not going to eat any of the plague rat meat. Apart from that, I do believe that is everything. Apart from banter.
Sounds good to me. I can't think of anything to add.
No, it's pretty much everything there. So I think when we last left off, someone wanted to get through a certain door.
I'll need to take a look at the map again. Which does not seem to have been shared yet.
All right. So I was waiting for you to jump on.
Ah, yes, that door. I forget, did we check it for traps yet?
Not yet. This is where we left off.
We've
In
got
that case, would
Frost
you...
way over there. Still not sure where Wearable is, but oh well.
Wasn't Wernimal the rogue?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he is the rogue.
Rip.
Yeah.
In that case, if you guys are okay with it, I'll go ahead and check for traps.
All right. Roll your perception.
At least it wasn't the one.
You find no traps. You do find a locked door.
Seems locked. The no traps of any type.
Well, unlock it.
Okay. If you so wish.
Unless you've got a better idea of where we're going to be going next.
Hmm. Well, I'm not very familiar with this place, so straight ahead is normally the best direction. This would be a disabled device, or...
Yep, disable device.
Okay. Just double checking, because I haven't played Pathfinder in a bit.
And you fail to open the lock. Although it is a wooden door. You'd imagine enough force on the door might open it as well.
Fireball?
Please let me get out of the way.
Fireball.
I'm moving away.
Fireball. Before they move.
Please, no.
Hey, how are you casting Fireball?
Great question. I was wondering if you would question that. So now that you have questioned it, I suppose I have to admit I don't actually have that, so I can't. Though I can't use produce flame. I'm throwing flame at it.
Once again, I'm getting out of the way.
Too late. Before you get out of the way.
You catch the door on fire. This might take a while. It just slowly just starts coming aflame, and smoke starts to fill the hallway.
Well, since we are going to be here for the next couple hours, does anybody have marshmallows by any chance?
Unfortunately, such confectionaries were not really available.
If only you had somebody capable of lots of physical strength that could
I know.
Oh.
do a lot of damage all at once. Perhaps with a giant cleaving sword.
Well, if only the sword was in fact bigger. A two-handed greatsword, perhaps. That would be a mighty thing indeed.
Yeah, it would be really nice to have that. If only we did have somebody with it.
Perhaps if I feed it a steady diet of iron, possibly the blood of my foes, it shall grow.
Though I do think that not just a sword, but maybe even a mace might be able to help in this case.
Well, I mean, this is a hint towards Odd Socks, who has been silent.
Yeah. Is it even?
You are super quiet. Oh, wait. Let me turn you up. Alright. Now try.
Testing.
Holy crap. Okay. Turn you down again. Talk again.
Testing.
Okay, that's good.
Reasonable.
All right. We have odd socks. Do you do something about the door? That's currently on fire, but burning slowly. Your friends look to need to get it out of the way.
I mean, perhaps if I swung hard enough, I may be able to generate enough wind pressure to blow it inwards. But I'd need something very large to assist me with that. Sheer force alone won't do it. Perhaps you can do something.
In that case, we have this wonderful person right over here. What was your name again? Razor? You can use him as a battering ram.
Well, perhaps if you sail through the door, you won't catch on fire exactly. It's a bit brutish, but it's
How do I attack the door?
Well, you roll an attack roll against the DC of the door, or the armor class of the door, which isn't very high, and then roll your damage. Or you can just do a strength check against the door.
Okay.
Yeah, you have no problems just pushing the door open. The rusted hinges give way as the door falls forward,
oh, bravo!
revealing another stone room. This one with a desk in the center of it, with a
Marten video.
The center of the stone room is a desk made of stone. There's some bone implements on it. In the corner, you see a streak of blood and a single clothed orc just seemed to have just kind of crawled his way into the corner, and he looks dead or dying.
Well, Razor's gonna go ahead and go through. Since nobody else is, apparently. Keeping an eye out for any, specifically those, things that attach to the ceilings. Dark mantles.
Roll your perception check. You don't see any dark mantles.
Or anything else that might be a danger, And there's sparks as well.
Don't see any traps or anything. You think you saw the orc's chest move as though with some labored breathing, but you can't quite be sure.
Don't be... Oh, wait, I could go do it. We got an injured orc in here. Razor will move towards it. I don't know which corner
It's on
or
the
whatever.
southeastern corner.
So, down here. And there's no other ways out of here.
Do I take any damage because the door was still on fire?
No, you didn't take any damage.
Right.
Just don't stand in the doorway on the fire. Do you wish to attempt a heal check? Or does someone wish to use a healing spell?
Of course I can.
You got
It seems like the proper thing to do.
Or you could just let him die. It's your choice.
No. The orcs we've met are not hostile to us. Therefore, and thusly, we shouldn't be so crass.
And
That
it
should do.
jumps up and stabs Cartesia.
All right, you stabilize the orc. He, after a minute or two, resumes consciousness and gives himself a weakened pat down and goes, "Ah, I'm not dead.
No, you are not.
There's so many fiendish creatures everywhere. I tried to escape to this room. All the blood everywhere. I was certain I was dead.
Well, quite thankfully, we happened to arrive. What got you, exactly?
Mix of many things, that all conjured by that rat.
Conjured by a rat.
He seemed to have dragged him from the lower levels of the. This used to be an orcish encampment.
Ah, I see. Well, that would certainly explain all the others we met. A pity.
We were heading a team to fight off, and then there's just so many fiendish creatures. It's like the bowels of hell had opened up for us.
Hmm. Well, what will
I,
you do now, then?
I know some healing magic. I can keep this room protected for you guys.
Ah, splendid.
I wish I had more ways to pay you. There's some gems in the desk.
Gems, you
Well,
say?
if someone else would like them, by all means.
Razor's gonna go seek him out.
Do you, by chance, have anything to protect yourself?
He pulls out a. He has his own sword, a cleric's kit.
Okay. Well,
He reveals himself as the priest for Ogre, the lead orc. He's unsure if he's still alive. And he shows
if
a hidden compartment in the desk that holds roughly 200 gold pieces of jade and emerald.
if we meet with this chieftain, um, is there anything that we should say to at least let him know that we're a friend?
He sits and thinks for a moment.
Razor is pocketing
And
all of the gems. Nobody else
He
seemed
told-
interested, so
He pulls out his holy symbol.
Ah, a cleric.
Just wave this at him, he'll understand.
Well, all right then.
I would never take the holy symbol from a cleric. Perhaps
After what I've seen, I don't think I'll need it anymore.
perhaps you may. And of course, there might still be somebody that you may be able to save. If I may, and I will say this in Orcish, perhaps if they are. There's a saying that you use as a greeting.
To fine wine and stinky food. He replies back in Orcish.
Very well. Thank you very much.
I don't know if they're going to be much help, but there's a couple secret doors in this room. This was the chieftain's kind of meeting room. He points out. He opens a door to the south and another door to the east. Oh, is there a way to draw on this map?
Probably the
Probably
easiest
try that.
way would be using lines and
There.
pointers.
Do you guys see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And there. There. The priest points out the two secret doors there and there.
Okay.
Very remarkable.
If you guys need any help or healing, I'll stay here for you.
Understood.
Let's see. Since he pulled out his deific symbol, may I use a knowledge religion check?
Yes, roll your knowledge religion. You sort of recognize it. It's a dated symbol. One that was used hundreds of years ago by the orcs, but isn't it's a religion not in use nowadays. It's from a time when the orcs were worshipping more neutral gods than the evil ones they are worshipping today.
Okay. So I wouldn't be able to figure out the name of said deity that symbol was from, but that it's more of older.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, my friends, shall we venture forth to try and find the orc chieftain?
Yes, before anything further befalls their kind.
Well, I mean, we've got nowhere else to go, so.
All right. You guys
Do
have
you by
quite a few directions you can go.
I will ask the priest, the orc priest. Do you know which way your chieftain has traveled?
He can't remember when the attack failed. He had to escape from. He's not even sure how he made it to this room.
Okay.
He was attacked from all ends.
Well, I vote we go this way. We were headed this direction when we came in here. I say we continue on in it.
Yes. And is there any lock mechanism or anything on the door? Or would you like me to do a perception check for that?
When you walk toward that door, the priest stops you for a moment
Okay.
and reaches down and carefully undoes a string and stops a scything blade trap that was placed on that door. There you go. It should be safe to go through now.
Thank you. Well, ye of high vigor, by all means, you may lead the way.
Say what now?
I
Oh,
don't
ye of
understand
high
what they're
vigor,
talking about
please lead
either.
the way.
I think he'd like to stay here until it's safer, at the very least.
Ah,
Oh.
I'm still a little hurt from the last encounter. I would prefer not to get any more scars.
All right. So you guys just standing at the door, staring at it.
I'll go ahead and walk through the door. Can I
Alright.
roll a perception check?
Roll that perception check.
We have influence.
Oh. What's the influence? As you enter the room, there's a earthquake. I can't pronounce things today. The dungeon shakes as dust and rocks fall from the ceiling. And everyone, you get sand in your eyes. And I need reflex saves to avoid rocks. The dice really hate you today, Zim.
Yes, they do.
So everyone but Zim manages to avoid bits of debris falling from the ceiling.
And that's why I don't advance so readily in.
Zim, you and your Eidolon both take a damage from falling stones. Everyone else, everyone including Zim, the dust in the air is going to give you a -1 to your perception checks for the game session. Okay.
This
So
is
that all
fine.
being said, is anyone else going to scan the room?
Well, I suppose I'll give it a look. There it is.
You find a fairly empty room. Poorly constructed chairs are pushed under tables, and everything is crusted with a fine layer of dust.
Well, seems quite plain.
You see a door that leads to the east. Shame you guys are missing your master's perception.
Yes. Quite a shame.
So does anyone else do anything? Or just standing around in an empty room.
Well, I'm still trying to get the dust out of my eyes.
Can maybe splash some water in it.
Yeah, I do have some water skins that I might be able to do that. Is anybody else going to do anything?
I was super active last week, so I'm hoping some of you will actually be active this week. And more full of life rather than this dead nonsense you've got going on here.
Hey, it's 37 degrees outside here. There's not much I can do about that.
That, and I don't want to risk talking over the DM, who is currently running on caffeine and nothing else.
Yep.
So I imagine as the game progresses, he will start getting more soft-spoken. However, that being the case, we are being rather quiet.
Yes.
So therefore, and thusly... Well, is this a door over here?
Yes, that is a door.
Well, I suppose if there's nothing much to this room, we shall boldly advance. There's no one here and nothing for us.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Perhaps we should check it first, though.
Odd.
Yeah.
Okay, roll your perception checks.
I think I found. I did pretty well on that one.
You scroll all the way down to 72. All right.
Where are you what are you doing?
All right. So who
I
rolled the
believe they
24?
were checking the door.
You guys. The door easily pushes open into a room.
Huh.
There's another stone room. Rubble almost completely chokes this room.
Yes,
And
I would...
It looks difficult to go through.
yes, this looks thoroughly unpleasant. Perhaps we
About how
should
high
double
is the
back.
ceiling? About how high is the ceiling?
The ceiling is 20 feet high.
What's the current clearance between the rubble and the ceiling?
And the highest patches of the rubble, like 6 feet, and the lowest patches, 20 feet. So there's some pretty high pieces of rubble.
What is the ambient temperature in the room?
probably about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. It's cellar temperature. Slightly humid. It's kind of musty.
Okay.
Humid, eh?
There's
Very
so much
interesting.
rubble in this ground, it will take a full round to move 5 feet.
Gracious me.
Well, this area.
You do notice there is a door on the other side of all that rubble, but
Methinks we should double back unless this is the only route we have available to us. This looks like... Well, not only is there plenty of space for things to jump out at us from underneath, movement is so very restricted. There is no way for me to avoid getting my clothes worn, trudging through this.
oh, knee. Since
Yes.
you rolled
Yes.
a 3-4 perception check, you also noticed the stones look a bit different in the wall behind that door.
Like the rubble or the walls?
Just the walls on the other side on the opposite side from that door.
Interesting. Can
Do you see
I
something?
do? Yes. I would like to do a knowledge architecture check.
Okay.
So
It seems these
9.
stones are arranged in the way of a door, but you can't quite tell why in an architectural sense. Why would someone disguise a door like that? It's a secret door.
Secret door.
Secret tunnel.
Well,
Well.
from what I can tell, there's possibly a door on the other side of this room.
Oh? Where exactly?
Over there. And he's going to point towards... Well, I
Here?
can't exactly mark the map.
I have it marked. I think you
Yeah.
guys can see
Okay.
it.
Yes, I see it.
Yeah.
She is going to try pushing against this section of wall.
And pushing that section opens up to a room with a stone corpse in the corner, where you retrieved the sword from earlier.
Ah, yes. The former holder. Thank you again, whomever you might be.
So this place is going to have a huge amount of hidden little passages all over the place, it seems.
Oh yes.
So it
And
seems.
they-
We shall have to
and
be
we-
very careful of those. However, this should also make backtracking much easier.
Yes, but that also means that there's a possibility that we might also get ambushed.
Go for the eyes.
Even
Yes.
if we
Go
know,
for the eyes.
even if we know that one hallway is safe because we just walked down it, we have
Yes,
to make sure
things.
to be very careful over what could be coming out of the walls.
True. Things could get loop around behind us with ease.
Yeah, especially if they have very keen senses other than sight.
It's not that sight gets you very far in this dungeon anyways.
I'm
Well.
pretty sure, just as our friend over here with his companion knows, his sense of smell is a lot better than ours. I'm pretty sure if something has a even slightly more keen sense of smell, or even hearing, they would be able to tell where we're at just through the walls. Especially if there's some form of gap or anything between, a rounded doorway.
Unfortunately, I can't imagine that there's very much we can do other than remain vigilant.
That I wholeheartedly agree with. I would suggest, though, that we go back to the north and take the northeastern path.
Ah, yes, there was a door there. Very well. Let us be on our way then. Who would like to take
Yes,
points?
that's what I was going to say there.
Yes, I very much do not wish to trudge through the rubble room.
Yes. I will go ahead and check for traps. Unless the orc priest knows of any.
Hey, Frost, you've got that big sword. Why don't you go first?
Not if there's traps. I really don't fancy exploding. Thank you very
Nope.
much.
Nope. The orc priest acknowledges that there's no traps on that door, and it easily opens and leads to a
It leads to the
rather
void, which starts to suck
long,
us all in.
slender, rather long, slender, 5-foot wide hallway that turns to the east.
And me will take a step back away from the door and say, "After you, good sir."
I'll be back in a sec.
So who's following who? Or do you guys just pick up the werewolf and drag him down the hallway?
We
I'm
push
not
him in
strong
I
front
mean,
of
I
us.
could.
We push him in front of us as a shield down the
That
hallway.
is rude.
Push him like a Minecraft character, just kind of nudge him, nudge him, nudge him.
Yeah, exactly.
That is rude.
Oh,
Bad
stuff it.
manners.
Let's go. So yeah, Sparks will be pushing Frost down the hallway in front of us.
Okay. By any chance, how well is the lighting in here?
There is no lighting.
In that case,
Someone
lights.
shall have to be holding a torch, or I shall have to cast a light spell.
I'm just gonna cast dancing lights.
If that is
Or
the
that.
truth for this entire dungeon, there is no lighting.
Yes, but Razor, when he's got wraps that he can put around his hands to cover it up, but otherwise, he is constantly emitting torch-like lighting from the backs of his hands through some fire ink tattoos. They are permanent.
Guys, you guys got a federal agent in your party. He's glowing.
Hands-free lighting. You can't really argue with it.
Same thing with the little balls of light dancing around my head.
Well, sure, but
So the party makes their way down a damp, dark hallway, which ends in another wooden door.
great. We will use the werewolf as a battering ram.
All right.
If I may, before we do anything, or try to run through
I'm
the
just
door,
about ready to use you for a battery ram.
as
If I'm in
for-
werewolf
for-
form, kind of a check what I need to resist pushed.
Um, is
You
there any
notice-
traps?
You don't notice any traps, and
Hmm?
it is just your standard wooden unlocked door.
Which side are the hinges?
They push outward.
Battering ram it is, if you guys so wish. Or I could just turn the knob and push it open.
Well, no, go ahead and
Or
open it normally.
Then I shall do that.
Thank
Uh,
you kindly.
we do have an influence.
Oh.
Razor, I may have to begin getting stern with you.
Oh.
I don't know who you are, but you are definitely not my mom or boss or anything like that. So you
No,
can
but
sit there and shut up.
Are these going to be your last words?
If you're planning to try and kill me, then yes.
You are remarkably polite.
So, Knee's going to grab the doorknob and push it open while taking a step off to the side. So, in case there was any form of trap attached to the other side of the door, he don't get hit by it. After seeing that guillotine trap in the other room, I'm a little bit paranoid. Me and
Very understandable.
Okay.
having
So
my skills ruined is not really becoming of me.
you open up into basically a fork. You can either keep on going straight or go north. So you continue to be in basically a 5-foot wide hallway.
Hmm.
Well, I suppose we might as well go straight and move down that way.
All right.
I. Hmm.
Is anyone going to search down the hallway? And who's going first?
Well, Sparks will go first, followed by Razor, since
All right.
the others are just kind of hanging back.
I
What's
would like
Sparks AC?
to.
18.
Sparks sets off a trap, but it seems to just nick his hide and not do any damage. There's a razor wire trap against the across the hallway.
I'm really getting tired of those.
I would like to do a perception check down the north hallway.
All right, roll your perception check.
And yay, dark vision.
How far is your dark vision?
Let me double check. It is 60 foot.
You can see right at the edge of your dark vision is what looks to be a door, but it's hard to make out. It's right at the edge of your dark vision.
Hmm.
And Razor, you come across another turn. To the north is a door, and then to the south the hallway continues.
Well, we got, the hallway continues down this way, and there's also a door right here.
Other than the sounds of your own footsteps, everything's been silent so far.
Well, to the north seems fairly clear, at least from what I'm able to see. If you would like, we can go ahead and check your room. Hopefully.
Well, I'd say we, go ahead and follow this hallway down here. Just, see what we've got to work with here.
Sounds good. In that case. I'm going to move to here. And roll perception.
You continue to just see stone and a door to your right as you continue down the hallway.
Hmm.
And then it seems the hallway branches to the east. Or, well, turns to the east. Past the door.
Well, there's a door off to the right, and then there's a turn to the left. Would we like to continue down the hallway and hopefully find a room or something?
I'd say we don't open up any of these doors along the way just yet.
Okay, then.
Zim here trying to speed run the dungeon.
No,
Going to
he's
go-
just wanting to check along and, you know. You coming, Cartesia?
Is there any traps down the hallway?
It's already been set off.
I mean, that doesn't mean there can't be more.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is there any monsters? Do we have to worry about more rats?
No, it's been pretty quiet so far.
This is a very
It's eerily
big
silent.
map, and so I'm just kind of figuring, you know, we go through and it's not speed running, it's just
It's only an 800-page adventure.
yeah. Alright, well, I guess if there's
So at
only
the very-
this door down here, we go through that.
Yeah, very end of the hallway, it dead ends with a door to the north.
I see why you guys wanted to have me here. Good for trap detection.
And this door is open.
Hmm.
In the center. And actually, this door is open, and the door on the far side of the room is also open.
I'm gonna peek my head in and look around.
The top says it's a sensor. CNSER. What the heck is that? Oh, that's what that thing is.
Not sure I like the
It's an
sounds of
incense
that.
burner. No. I was like, what the heck is a sensor?
Oh.
Yeah, the incense, those like holy incense burners.
Iesu Domine.
Yeah. So
Thwack.
both doors of this room are wide open, and from the corner, from the northwest corner, there's a sensor that peeks out from the rubble of an otherwise empty room.
Rejoice, Clegg. You can feel at home in here. There's incense burning. Who would have thought we would actually have such
Do you guys
great
take a closer
luxuries in a dungeon? I'll go ahead and enter the room.
look? And this is a sensor made for giants. It's about 4 feet high and weighs 180 pounds. And made of wrought iron.
I don't think I can carry you, much less swing it around. Wait, how the heck did this thing get in this room? Was it made in here?
Or was the room made around it?
Or the dungeon, even.
Good question.
What happens when you have a dungeon that was built thousands of years ago? Weird things pop up in it. All right. So, what do you guys do?
I'm currently the only one in the room.
Yep.
I guess I'm going
Well,
to
if
look
giant
around,
there's
wrought iron
Study the
incense
great-
burner.
study the great architecture and incense burner.
Razor's gonna check and sense it or inside it and see if there's anything inside.
Just dust.
Just
Dust. Some pebbles from the rubble nearby. It'd be it'd be worth a decent penny to a collector if you could get it to a collector.
I believe we would have to take it apart.
We do have more influence.
I'll wait until everyone's in the room for this one.
If everyone's even gonna come in.
Cartesia. All right. The whole room shakes as you hear a sinister laugh. Everyone make a will save. Zim, James, Cartesia, make a fort save.
Who?
Razor.
I got two characters here, so you can't use my name. We do have the re-roll as well. One for each of us.
And do I have
And
to
then-
as well?
Do you wish to use your reroll?
Oh, I was talking about for the fortitude save.
It was Cartesia, Razor, and Frost.
Yeah, Frost.
And
Frost.
Indy, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Sparks was the only one to succeed that roll.
Okay, I will not use the re-roll for this.
I will accept what I rolled.
So you all hear a voice. You have the attention of the one with the power to bend reality. Amuse me, and I will not use this power for ill. And then silence. All right. So what does the party do?
Well, if he's wanting to be amused, then there's a possibility that I might be able to do a performance check. Maybe strum on my lute a little bit, sing a little dinty here and there.
All right. Oh, roll your performance check.
Okay. I will use ghost sounds with this as well to play the drums.
Right.
So, lute. And sing.
That is a really good singing check.
Especially since it's only a 3.
So you put on a fairly good performance in front of your companions. You still get pretty much silence unless the companions say something.
Razor
be a
would
tough
sit
crowd.
there for, probably about a minute before he's like, well, is that good enough?
Are you not entertained?
Do a jig!
Do the floss.
Show
I'm
me
sorry,
what
but I did-
you've got.
Let me see your war face.
Then there's still just silence. Leaving the party with no idea if whether or not the being from afar has been appeased.
Hmm. Well, if that doesn't work, there's always blood sacrifices. Okay, who wants to go first?
Cardasia steps forward.
I mean, there was nothing said about a blood sacrifice. They just wanted to be entertained.
Cartesia, your sword seems disgusted at the thought of a blood sacrifice.
No. At this mention, she's starting to head towards the other end of the room.
All right. You go through the door.
Yes. If
All
it is
right.
not entertained by such a lovely performance, it is only wasting their time, and it is not going to be satisfied.
Cartesia, as you walk through the door, I need you to make a will save as you're blasted by strobes of light and color.
So
Go for
close.
the eyes, boo! Go for the eyes!
Literally just
Rask!
rolled off the 18.
All right. So you are stunned as you're hit by a color spray.
Oh. Alright, new influence.
Okay. So, everyone, the room shakes again. You hear a voice say, I am amused. Here is your reward. And a hero's feast appears in the center of the room.
I don't know which one actually did it. Me and my performance or the slapstick with the prismatic spray.
That was true.
Frost is gonna. Well, go into his wolf form and go up to the food and sniff it.
Smells delicious.
Is there anything
Have
unusual about it?
nothing unusual. It's a bunch of meats, breads, berries, wine,
I don't know if I
what you would
trust this.
typically see at a king's feast.
I don't know if I trust this. But I know a great way to test it. Sparks, would you mind, you're the only one of us that can't really die, so could you test it?
Well, I can't really help.
Well, Sparks would go over and try some of it.
Spark seems to enjoy the food. And he heals, what was it, 1 damage he took earlier?
Yeah.
He heals his 1 damage.
Huh.
And
Well, it seems to be okay.
He also seems energized, as though he is refreshed from a rest.
I've decided it's over on this side of the room, so that's where Razor and he are going to go enjoy food.
Yeah,
I'll join you on that.
Frost sticks in his wolf form to enjoy the food because it's always better with scent.
It has been a few hours since I last was able to enjoy a fine meal.
Since I think everyone's pretty much healed up. It was only supposed to heal and regain your all-day abilities, but also have it treat as a hero's feast as a spell.
Yeet.
I don't know what that spell does, so... It's also a game-breaking influence, so, you know.
Yeah.
Then again, Jaffer could do over 100 of those.
All right.
Until
Well, there's someone who had disease.
Oh yeah, there was
Right.
somebody that had a disease.
That would be me.
So you were you weren't going to actually you never face the effects of this, so your character probably doesn't even realize they have been cured of their disease. Everyone gains 1d8, so I will roll this d8.
The minimum
What's the
roll
minimum?
would bring me back to full HP. So,
No, these are temporary hit points. Well, everyone gets back
Oh.
to full HP.
Okay.
And they gain 12 temporary hit points. And for the next 12 hours, you get a +1 morale bonus on attack rolls, will saves, and a +4 morale bonus on saving throws against poison and fear effects.
We'll probably forget all of that. So, Eric Last, remind us, please.
Yeah, I'm writing it down in my notes. 12 hours plus 12. Temp HP.
I mean, we can put the temp HP on our sheets, but...
Yeah. Saves.
You know, it's thematically appropriate to have my cave playlist going, but it's also just so quiet and eerie. It puts everybody into that, you know, quiet mood. But it wouldn't make sense to be...
What about
I think we're at a good point for a bio break if everyone wants to just discuss characters and stuff first for a few minutes. You agree?
Yeah, we can do a bio break.
And I will refill my coffee.
Yay, coffee.
Get some happier music going. I mean, we are sitting here enjoying some nice food, so I'll do it on tavern. Still mellow, but not quite as. It just doesn't make sense to be using anything but the cave playlist. Spooky, dark, ambient, but it also means everybody's quiet.
What if it's a cave where the music doesn't fit the ambience? I mean, random radio station. Because it is a magic dungeon.
Okay, I didn't catch any of what you said because you were fading in and out, Odd Socks. It sounded like you weren't holding down your push to talk.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Right. Why not use another fantasy playlist, and it doesn't have to match the whole dungeon bit, because it's a magic dungeon. So it doesn't have to follow those specific rules.
I'm not sure what other playlist to use.
Just one that isn't the cave one.
I mean, I guess I can leave us on the tavern one.
Or a forest one if you get it.
I do have a forest one. Anyway, so Razor's gonna speak up. So, it sees like we're gonna be trapped down here wandering through this
Go for the
frickin'
eyes,
labyrinth
fool.
for a
Go
very
for the
long
eyes.
time.
Ask!
Yes.
Oh god, Jaffer with another game-breaking influence.
Frost has food all over his face and just nods and continues eating. And on that note, I'm grabbing a coffee.
So, yeah, we're gonna be down here for a long time, it's looking like, and there's not much here. Like, why are we even here? Trying to find some people?
It's not even been a full day yet. Of course we're here to find the people.
Oh, it's taking so long, though.
Well, only the best adventures take months, weeks, sometimes even years. The best stories aren't always written in just a few days, much less a few hours.
Oh, yeah.
Even the great fables that we all possibly grew up on, the great heroes going out to defeat the great evils, that was not even, a year. That was almost decades of adventure that they had to put into it.
Have you ever heard of an epic?
If you're asking me, of course.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
no, Razor.
Razor is pulling out a giant book from his haversack. It is. I actually picked this up. It's called the Tome of Epics. But I mean, yeah, but jeez, I was kind of expecting more action or something. So far, we've seen a couple of those ceiling squid things and some orcs, and that's it. Oh, and I guess there were the
Also the
rats. But rats are everywhere.
True. But
Oh,
at that
pardon
same
me. I've
point,
gone against your request. I'll resume now.
You can talk, just don't be telling me what to do.
but if we're sitting here talking about what is an adventure, or why do adventures take this long and seem so boring, because all that you've read in those books, all those stories you've heard, are only just highlights of what real adventure they were able to experience. We don't know all of the good times and bad times, the times where they probably almost were killed, or the times that they were drunk in a bar and wanted to go and have a bar fight with somebody. That is lost with time. The only people who know that were the ones who are alive at that when the events happened.
I
We're
guess I
only
can
seeing
understand
just
that.
we're only seeing just the cherry-picked snippets of what a real adventure is.
I guess. Still been boring in here.
Well, if you would like, I can play you a couple songs. I might be able to tell you a few tales of
Oh crap, I forgot
some of
about
the people
Stream
in that book.
Raiders.
I am back with a fresh glass of steaming caffeine.
Good, have you been listening?
No,
No!
I was making coffee.
Why does that mean you weren't listening?
Because that was that was on the opposite side of the house.
You don't have a wireless headset?
Nope. And Bluetooth wouldn't reach that far.
Oh.
Well, you can
Probably
always
for
do
the
what I
best.
do.
We do have new influence.
I have a one, but I'm not back yet.
Alright, so while you guys are eating, the room fills with music and ghostly servants and bards as everything you expect from a proper tavern. And this room turns into a tavern for the party. All the rubble disappears and it lights up. You have a new safe room.
Oh, well that's nice. I guess our mysterious person that wanted to be entertained appreciated it. At least that's what I'm hoping that means. Oh wait, I know what we're supposed to do here. Razor's gonna go to the bartender and ask for a quest.
It's just this. It's an unseen servant. It's mute. It's basically mute. It's just there. You just see this like ghostly thing polishing a glass, and it just seems to ignore you.
Oh, well that's just rude.
And this is room A73.
Might be easier if you like draw on the map and put in or something on that room. That way we also have the note.
Should I notate the other one as priest?
Probably a
Just
good
like it
idea.
has Safe.
An S for safe also works.
There we go.
We've got
All right.
another influence.
Oh no.
So, my friends, if you guys would you like me to retell you a tale? To perhaps help with the digestion?
So the ghostly
By all
bartender
means.
looks ready to keep this part of the place safe with what looks to be like a magical hammer
Oh,
written the tenderizer, the bar tenderizer.
I suppose it
puns.
couldn't hurt.
The puns, I love it.
So this room will stay a safe room.
Besides, I'm not getting anything out of this guy over here. He just doesn't want to talk, I guess. I was hoping we could find a cool quest.
not every bar has quests. Because
You're
quests
already on a
come from
quest.
people who come in to, regale the bartender with their woes.
Apparently the inn is named Ye Old Comeback Inn.
They never do. Terrible shame, really.
I feel personally affruited by that.
And the bard starts playing Hotel California.
Welcome to the Hotel California.
Coffee too hot?
Well,
All right.
since we are rested, enjoying ourselves after the wonderful meal that this disembodied voice was so gracious to bequeath to us.
I
Would you
have
guys
been a
like
most magnanimous host.
Would you guys like to hear a tale?
God, who said that? Somebody said something while Cookie was saying something. I did not recognize the voice.
Wasn't me. So the bard is going to give a tale?
Yes.
Is your companion Razor?
Oh, you sound very different. Oh, you switched microphones. Okay.
Yes, I'm trying to see if I can't play Fantasy Grounds on the desktop and just have the laptop next to me.
Probably should be possible. Okay, this music's a bit better.
So,
Anyways, carry on. Tell us this tale.
there once was a dog who. There once was a doggy who pranced in the moon with a mouth full of shiny red pennies. She leapt and she barked, so proud of them, willing to show off her collection to all who would walk by. And then one day she walked to the pond, and in the pond she saw her reflection. But she did not recognize herself. All she saw was another dog with a mouthful of shiny red pennies. That could possibly have even been greater than her own. So, she trotted and she plotted to pirate those pennies. And the entire thought of it, of being able to gain more of it, teased her so much. And so one day, when she came back, she saw the dog in the water again. Figuring today would be the day, she leapt and she attacked that dog, biting and gnawing at it, but her pennies dropped down into the water, and she shot after. However, those coins sank into the mud, and everything she had, was lost due to her own greed. A little moral tale for you guys.
Wasn't as awesome as I was hoping for.
Sorry, if you would like something more of a ballad, I can do that too.
Maybe later. Probably should get going, I guess.
Oh, that's true. We are on a quest. We must go fast. Make haste, make haste.
Well, I don't remember terribly much, but bits and pieces do come to the surface. Nothing noteworthy, but perhaps at some point.
Of what?
Well, I told you beforehand that I am missing portions of my life.
Wait, you did?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
I am even assumed dead in some regions. However, trying to find information on my previous occupation, livelihood, family has proved dubious. Still, as time passes, some flashes come back. Some I'd rather not remember. But I do have a nice little scar on the back of my head to give me some indication that I was not very well received.
Well,
Somebody
perhaps you were
attacked you?
assaulted by some form of assailant. An assassin, perhaps?
Well, I assume so if I am presumed dead.
Hmm. Maybe you knew information that would have caused them some discourtesy. Or maybe you were just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
What about
Well,
you there, Mr. Wolf?
Cricket. Chirp, 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 chirp. Did we lose Frost?
I think we did.
Oh no. Oh
I
no.
think God Size is dead.
No, just eating to make sure I don't fall asleep. Grab some food along with a coffee.
Ouch, you're that bored?
I know. I'm a horrible DM.
No, I just hadn't eaten. I'm sleeping over. Yeah, you don't need to know about that.
So, what about you? What happened with you before you came here?
Well, I'm a skinwalker. Basically, human, but I have werewolf blood flowing in my veins. And as you can imagine, werewolves aren't exactly well received.
Almost as well received as a vampire.
Yeah. So naturally, I had to learn to defend myself, and I couldn't see a better way than learning how to use the abilities of my blood, my heritage. And rather than being cooped up, I wanted to see the world, and what better way than be an adventurer?
Now that I
That-
can completely understand.
That, and if people are grateful to you for taking out, well, a pack of goblins, they're not exactly going to be too upset about your heritage.
Well, the only thing I had to ask is, have you ever ate somebody?
No.
Then, in my books, you're perfectly fine.
Aw, well that's lame.
People stink.
Hey, as
We'll have
long as you're not,
plenty of options to eat people in this dungeon.
as long as you are not going to listen to your baser instincts, then I have no issue with you.
Beyond when I need to in a fight, I won't.
Well, that is more self-defense than it is you attacking somebody out of hunger.
Through long days on the road, you learn to look out for yourself.
Oh,
And
trust
you
me, I understand.
not always going to cross paths with people that you can have as a light snack. So, learn how to make do with travel rations. The werewolf blood isn't that close.
Oh, so if you bite me, I'm not gonna be you called it a werewolf?
Yeah,
Again, I don't
I
know if
don't
I would
know. Would
want to
you like
be
to find out?
like. I don't think I'd want to just walk around on all fours. I like to be able to handle things and touch things and grab them and stuff. Definitely sounds boring.
well, no. The wolf form I can do by tapping into it, but also have a growly werewolf form.
Duke.
All right. So you've all gotten to know each other while eating some food. Where do you continue?
Shall we try the room that had the strange color spray?
Right, I forgot. Before Frost talked, he went back to his human form and wiped food off his face. Yeah.
Well, yes, I think we should go check out that other room.
Very good. Eh, see. Gonna go over here and do perception check.
All right. With a 12 perception, you see nothing except a room filled with rubble. There's an obvious secret door on the other end. It's only obvious because there have been iron spikes driven into the hinges of the secret door to prevent it from being opened. They look like it would take a considerable amount of force to free them.
Sorry,
Well,
repeat that?
What?
would anybody like some free spikes?
I'm considering them.
Well, I have the perfect test of strength for you. Come over here, pull them out, win free spikes. And I will come over.
I suppose I may just do
door.
that.
Over a dozen iron spikes have been driven into the space between the door and the door sill.
Come on, come all, step on up. Right here.
And the two people who entered
test your strength.
and the two people who entered the room make will saves as you're blasted by color spray.
11.
You're actually not affected by the color spray. In Cartesia?
Pardon?
It's a disco light show in here as you two enter the room.
Ah,
Make a will
the
save.
wisdom save. Yes.
So the trap is still going off anytime somebody walks in there?
Yes. It is a magical resetting trap.
Well, I'm still going to try and be the little spokesperson selling tickets to try and, pull one of these spikes out, win it. Only 5 copper a try.
Were they in that room or somewhere else?
They're on
I
the
imagine-
opposite side of the room from the door.
Is the trap triggered by height at all, or is it just whenever someone enters the room, it doesn't matter how tall they are?
It's for everyone who's in the room every round
Right.
until the trap is disabled. So, Cartesia, you're unaffected by the trap. For now. It does kind of look like a disco light show.
Gracious me.
So you wanted to try a trick?
Go
So-
for the eyes, boo! Go for the eyes!
Yeah, I want to control
The-
it.
You grasp one of the iron spikes, and it does not budge an inch.
Joke.
You don't even
Remarkable.
feel it wiggle.
I may have to apply a bit of time.
Perhaps something like a sledgehammer or a pry bar could help this.
There is more influence.
Oh,
That's what that's what Mink's yelling typically means. You know.
no, these spikes have not been removed yet.
You know, this might help. But I'm not gonna go in there. So here, He's going to toss in his hammer and crowbar.
All right.
Just make sure I get those back, please.
Could probably have
Nope.
3 people work on this if you wanted to aid another.
Very well.
Yeah, but Razor's not going in. He's seen that trap go off. He's not going to deal with it.
All right. I'm going to need a new round of will saves from everyone.
Just those in the room, right?
Yep, just those in the room.
Okay.
How does
So-
encumbrance work when it comes to the handy haversack?
Andy Haversack only weighs 10 pounds, period.
Right.
Basically, we don't need to worry about encumbrance unless something in particular happens.
Right.
You sound upset that you don't have to.
No, I don't really understand it because
It's a magic item.
with the
Okay,
Yeah,
are
I
you
just-
familiar with the bag of holding?
no.
Okay. Basically, bags of holding and handy haversacks have little, like, pocket dimensions inside of them. And in general, as long as you can fit something through the opening, you can fit it in there. And you can fit any amount of stuff. Well, there is a limit, but almost every game just ignores the limit. It's as much stuff as you want to put in there, but there is technically a limit. Just be aware in
I'm gonna-
case.
Semi-ignore the limit unless you try to do something silly with it.
You mean like put a
Right.
portable RAM in there?
Like putting siege implements in there.
Or a rowboat.
Okay, so I'm going to, if we fight a dragon at any time, I'm going to dismantle it and fit the entire corpse into it.
That should be fine.
That makes more. The dragon makes more sense than trying to pull an entire complete siege engine out of the handy haversack.
No, the thing that I wanted to have, it's a portable RAM, which is basically just a log with a reinforced head on it, as well as a handle on either side. I still argue and maintain that it could fit inside the handy haversack.
If we're talking portable door, what was that? Portable door knockers, then
It's
From what he was
basically
describing, it sounded like a tree with 2 handles on it. It needed 2 people to hold it.
it's more so that way, 2 people can do it at the same time, but it's basically just a log. You let me put a ladder in there. I'm pretty sure it is less wide than a ladder.
Anywho, neither you fail your will save, so you're stunned this round. But Cortesia, were you using the
Crowbar? Yes.
crowbar? Even with that roll and the crowbar, you fail to nudge the spell.
Gracious me. Gracious. I may just have to pound it through.
Or get a pickaxe and just start plowing through the wall.
Oh, you want a pickaxe? Razor will pull that out too.
My, you have a number of tools.
Well,
However, at this point, I am ready to do just that.
maybe if you
Frost going
loosen,
to assist.
maybe if you loosen the stone around it, it'll help.
Oh, very well.
He's gonna toss the pickaxe in.
All right. Let's see if
I generally don't try to rely on force, but sometimes I must.
anyone. Nope.
What are you looking
All
for?
right. I was just looking at the random encounter table.
Ah.
And
All right, so I'll need a new round of will saves.
I was gonna say, since I was stunned, I'm pretty sure my eyes are gonna be closed.
I'll give you a
Because I'm
+2
sitting
to
there
the
going,
next will
"Oh,
save.
okay."
Surprised you guys are just letting this trap batter at you and oh,
I mean, it's not much of a problem for me, but I suppose I should do something about it.
okay, you both succeed in your save. Still is a disco light show in here.
And I'm
All right, enough
Um,
of this thing.
But you don't see where the trap is. Yeah, with you can see it's coming from the ceiling. There's a rune-like symbol. But you need a master trapsmith to know how to disarm it.
Yes, about that.
I was going to basically do the same thing. Razor's pulling out one of his 10-foot poles and pushing at it.
Reach weapons.
Trying to scrape a bit of it off.
Seems the etching is done by magic itself and doesn't come off. If only you knew. If only there was someone skilled in disarming magical traps in the party.
I
I
know,
would
right?
enter the room willingly.
I have no idea if my character could do that.
Who
If you had dispel
possibly-
magic, which I don't think you have yet,
Yeah.
I'm not sure I actually get it.
or if you had the rogue ability, trap finding, which allows them to disarm magical traps.
Well, how
Wait,
about a
acid splash.
how about a UMD check?
You melt away some of the stone, but the trap stays there.
Oh.
How about a use magical device check?
I'll allow it. Roll your UMD.
No.
Nope.
Razor will go ahead and try that.
You are also unsuccessful at removing this trap.
Okay, maybe we should just give up on this. Do we really need those spikes? I've got a whole bunch of spikes myself. You know.
That's true, but we're also more worried about getting to the door.
Well,
There's
I'm
all
sure there's
sorts of other
another
doors
way
to
to... There's many other doors. There's probably many other ways to get through here. Or to the other side of that wall.
I'm just reminded
Just-
of Ed and Eddie. Life has many doors, Ed boy.
Oh no.
I love that episode.
That just reminds me of a meme I saw going around that is very much
Alright, you
not
tried-
safe for for the stream.
Wait, Razor, you tried to disarm the... I need you to make a will save then.
He was reaching with his 10-foot pole. Or is it in the middle?
It's in the middle of the room. You'd need a 15-foot pole.
Oh. Alright.
Oh yeah, you're not stunned.
Great. How long would you say a shovel is?
Probably like 5 feet.
Perfect. He's going to tie the shovel to the end of the 10-foot pole with some of the rope he's got and do it from outside the room. 15-foot pole. With a shovel.
So you slap at the trap with a shovel pole.
Yes.
And Artesia, knee, give me another will save.
Oh dear.
You know, even my patience is wearing thin. I'm ready to move on.
Finally.
Sam.
Somebody agrees with me.
I'm
This is...
You're
You're probably getting annoyed at this point as you're splattered with bright, flashy, multicolored lights. Again. It's probably giving you a headache.
One day I'm going to come back
Of course.
and I'm going to take the stone that thing is.
The only thing that room is missing is
Made
some
into-
EDM.
Don't tempt me. I
Alright,
can now
neat.
see why DJs like to wear sunglasses at their parties.
Oh, my
You're the only
head.
one that remains in the room. Do you wish to remain in the room?
Yeah, no.
Alright.
Now, I understand that there is a stereotype to my species, but there is such a thing as too much.
Alright.
There's a stereotype to your species?
Yes, supposedly we like lights.
Why?
So
I'm not quite sure.
That just sounds really
Where-
weird.
Where does the party wish to go now?
I believe there was another entrance we passed by.
Duke.
I'd
Yes.
say we checked this door.
No? Well, very well then.
You open the
Alright.
door to a room filled with rubble.
Ah,
Right.
yes, it seems familiar.
I assume we'd
going
recognize
over
it.
Yeah, you recognize this room.
In character, we wouldn't have known that that door opens into there, but that's why I just was like, alright, well, that's that room, so let's move on.
Alright. That room is...
For the record, Razor will have gathered his tools back up and detached the shovel from the pole.
Okay. 70.
is this
What
door
does this
open
do again?
or is
That
it shut?
is... It's slightly ajar. Do you wish to open the door? So it's not completely open, just kind of slightly open, as though if the door can't be closed all the way.
Hey, Wolf Boy!
I'm going to stand off to the side and open it with a one of the rusted swords.
All right. You open the door. It opens to a room filled with rubble. There's an open archway to the room behind it that is partially collapsed. Although there is enough space for a medium creature to duck through the archway.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and walk on in.
All right. This room is slightly less damaged than the so you can it's basically a bunch of rubble, and you can look in the room ahead of you, which is slightly less damaged than the room you are standing in now. You can see what looks to be beds poking out from under the rubble.
Like we talking cots or like bedrolls?
Or are they 4-poster beds?
They're actual 4-poster beds.
Really?
Ooh.
Kind of primitive 4-poster beds. This looks to be
Oh.
made to have been some kind of quarters. They're bunk beds.
Mm.
This looked to have been some kind of quarters.
Well, where there's quarters, there's possibly somebody's belongings.
Remember, the
Sad.
orc you were talking to previously said this was a orc stronghold.
Mm-hmm. And since nobody's, making sure that I don't steal everything, especially knowing about my thief background.
All right.
I mean,
I'll
Razor
remember
doesn't
to-
care. He'll even help look around and take stuff too.
Yeah.
You guys see some dusty, torn blankets and mattresses covered under the rubble, but nothing of value.
No chests or storage
Mm.
units of any type.
No storage.
We need to find the Ombre sometime. But as for the blankets and some of the pillows, I'm going to take a couple of those.
Right? You see some old ragged blankets and stuff them in your bag.
Okay. It may seem weird that I'm sitting here stealing all this stuff, but trust me, we might need it.
Like an Elder Scrolls game, just. At least you're not going to the bodies and stealing the underwear from the place.
Yeah.
I might need this loincloth later.
No. Sorry, but I already have a sling. I don't need to use a loincloth sling.
And you've got a crossbow now instead.
Yes.
All right.
But the good news is, at least with the tattered, bedding, we might be able to, at the very least, have something to, cover ourselves with when we bunk for the night.
So that's pretty much this room explored. Where does the party go now?
I'm gonna
Joke.
go down the hallway that I checked out earlier.
All right. Does something pop up? Alright, I need reflex saves from the entire party as another tremor hits the dungeon.
I'm on the floor.
So everyone but Knee keeps your footing. Knee, you fall over. It's only a minor tremor. You don't
Cartesia
take any
hasn't
pain.
rolled.
Ah,
Oh,
right.
nope. Cartesia, reflex.
Ah, darn.
Cartesia also.
It rolled off a 19.
Cartesia also falls on their face.
You know, I wonder if they would accept that there's just too many earthquakes here, and so a cave collapsed and crushed the former people.
You know,
Unfortunately, without any proof of that, we won't be getting paid. So,
You still have to
again.
find your way out of the dungeon to get paid too.
Mhm.
I'm sure if we just start digging at the wall over there, we'll find our way out eventually. Just
Hopefully.
dig
Yeah.
straight up.
Might attract some unwanted attention doing that.
Yeah. At least with doorways and passageways, you know where enemies could come from. Or at least it's more predictable than digging up and, oh, hey, there's a room that was hidden above you and
Oh, hey,
there's
lava.
blood there.
This ain't Minecraft.
Or is it? Hey, everything's at right angles in this dungeon. So there's a minor tremor, but everyone's
So
mostly unscathed, just covered in a bit of dust.
I'm going to stand back up and go, none of you saw that.
Where does the party go?
Wait, we didn't see you just collapse and fall over?
No, no, no. You didn't see anything.
But that doesn't make any sense. I definitely did see you do that.
No, no, no. That was just a filament of your imaginarium.
That was a what now?
A filament of your imaginarium.
Has anybody ever told you you talk weird?
On occasions, some people say that I speak more in riddles. I keep telling them I'm not a sphinx.
That doesn't make any sense. Sphinx aren't the only ones who like riddles.
True, but that was the only thing that could come to mind.
riddles, you say? Hmm.
All right. So now you've all dusted yourselves off. Where do you proceed?
Down the hall.
All right. The hall takes a turn to the east, and there is a door to the north.
Gonna do another perception check. And
Alright.
traps.
Let's see. 69.
Nice.
All right. So what was your perception? 9? Is anyone else going to roll perception?
I shall peek.
James, you have scent, right?
Razor does as well.
You both smell a number of creatures on the other side of that room.
Uh, g- guys, there's something in that room.
Oh, yes?
Yes, I can smell it.
Hmm. Is it tasty?
Does it
Is
smell tasty?
Scrumptious?
Oh, well, what is the smell?
Roll your knowledge local.
I don't
You
have
smell
any.
kobolds.
Oh, they're kobolds.
Oh. My lesser kin.
Let me get this ready for. There's a combat tracker and NPCs. Come on, search. Alright. Give me one moment adding these to the encounter. Assuming you guys are going into this, gonna try to enter this room, right?
Well, maybe we shouldn't go in there. You know, if there's enemies in there, probably isn't a good idea. Then again, that could be the way we're supposed to go to get out of here. So yeah, I guess we should go in.
Oh no, I moved the map, and I don't know how to move it back.
Left click on it and just drag.
Oh no. I moved the top of the map out of the... How did I do that?
So if you left click on basically any blank part of the map, as long
there
as
it
you
is.
don't... Okay. Never mind. I'll shut up now. You don't need me anymore.
Drop them in the field. All right.
Froster's gonna enter the room.
Okay. Oh, and there is a 5th kobold in here, who is special.
Is the kobold a bard?
Close.
Hmm.
Still getting used to all this in here. I think 2 was a new one. Nope. 3. Nope. There it is. Come on. Let me put you on the map. All right. You can definitely smell them. Since you're the first one to enter the room, make a perception check. Map is in the way. What'd you get? What did you roll? 19?
Yep.
That is enough.
That is
You
enough
see-
to make out the giant spider that is about to drop on your head.
You see a group of kobolds readying throwing spears, and another kobold in the back with a wand out, preparing a spell.
Guys, I could use some backup here.
And initiatives. You can also notice these kobolds look terrified.
What language do kobolds speak?
What was that, Odd Socks?
What language do kobolds speak?
Draconic.
Dragonic.
Right.
And you just so happen to have a dragon bard in your party.
Ah.
Duke.
All right. So, do you all roll? It's Kobold's 12th turn. And he is going to try to throw a spear at Frost. And actually manages to hit. Frost, were you transformed?
No, it was just human form.
Oh, that's right. You had temporary HP.
Yeah.
Good thing. That extra bit of HP you had prevented you from taking any real damage from the spear that was just chucked at your side.
Fun.
Next is one of the other kobolds. Who's also going to throw a spear at you. And miss. It clinks off the side behind you.
Yeah, guys, I could really use some help here. We have friends.
Oops. The heck? Kobold 12, Kobold 3. Did you... Sparks goes on your turn. Kobold 2.
What do you mean? He doesn't get his turn?
He goes on your turn. And another miss. Cortesia, you hear the clinking of spears as kobolds chuck flinging implements at your teammate ahead of you.
Deary me.
What do you do?
Well, I suppose it's time to get in there and try to find out the situation. Hopefully they have a very limited number of spears. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Collapse your
All right.
superposition, Nod Socks.
What?
You're between two squares. So, yeah, there you go.
There you go. There you go.
Right.
All right. Then you move into the room and see several frightened kobolds.
I recommend you cease this immediately, lest things get rougher than they are at the moment.
All right. Roll your diplomacy check.
Since it's in combat, would I need to wait until my turn to go werewolf form?
Yes, you'd have to wait until your turn to go werewolf.
Okay. That's what I'm gonna do on my turn.
Since there has been no outward hostilities from the party yet, and the kobolds were the aggressors, you hear the wizard in the back. Stand down, they're not demons. In Draconic, I don't know if you speak Draconic. I think most of the party speaks Draconic, right?
No, Razor does.
It's my racial it's my racial language, so yeah.
So you successfully get the kobolds to stand down. They lower their spears.
Lovely. Very good. So nice how we can resolve things in such a swift and easy manner.
The kobolds seem a bit relieved that the party is not monsters they had been seeing roaming the dungeon.
Swift and easy. You're not the one who just got hit by a spear.
Identify
It was a kobold-sized spear. Those are like toothpicks to you.
Would you like some healing?
No, I'm fine.
He's actually not
excellent.
missing any HP because it was just temp HP.
Yes, that temp HP.
So we are technically out of combat now, right?
Yes.
Yep. Unless
Okay.
you want to continue attacking the kobolds.
I would discourage that.
If we're out of combat, Frost goes to werewolf form and starts using one of the spears as a toothpick.
I'm going to go over and talk to the one that has the wand.
The wizard among them.
Mhm.
He introduces himself as Boyict.
Hi. Greetings. My name is Nee.
Hello, Nee. We were once a group of 30 kobolds. It's ever since Longtail has gone through the dungeons, it's been a rough one. We've managed to barricade ourselves in this room.
Well,
Hmm.
you guys don't have any negative connotations to, say, orcs, perhaps?
Yeah, we did, but we joined them to try to fend off the hordes that Longtail seemed to have summoned.
Well, in that case,
Sorcerer,
if
that were-rat sorcerer seems to be where all those beasts are coming from.
if you would like, I know a place where you can be safe, and you'll possibly have some allies there.
He'd happily take you up on that.
Very well. If you would be so kind to follow me.
He gathers his kobold brethren and follows you.
I'll go ahead and notify the rest of the party and in common. I'm going to be taking the kobolds over to uh the orc priest. Would you guys like to join me?
Actually, what about that place with all the ghostly spirits and stuff?
I imagine they would be taken care of there. We may be best to double back for that orc as well.
That is true.
Yeah,
That might be a better place for them.
send the orc over there as well, and
Okay.
Razor will say in Draconic, just make sure you guys don't attack anybody.
Of course. If you guys are okay with it, I can take the kobolds over to the inn, or you guys can get the orc shaman or priest.
I don't think we should go off by ourselves. Maybe half of us go get the orc and the other half go take these two? Or these ones?
Well, I would have the 5 kobolds plus myself.
Alright, you and I will take them. Frost, you and Cartesia, go grab the orc guy.
Will
Fine.
do.
Frost drops the kobold spear. Follows Cartesia.
So, and the kobold wizard is able to give you a rough generalization of where he's been seeing the beast. He's been seeing him to the northeast. That's where Longtail seemed to be. That's where the creatures seem to have originally appeared from.
the purposes of languages, what's a high intelligence score?
For every intelligence bonus you get an extra language.
Right, okay.
If you've got a
Right.
+1 to your intelligence, you get 1 bonus language. However, it is not any language for most races. Your actual race will tell you what languages you can choose from.
Right. So if I get intelligence, I'll be able to learn a new language. Got it.
Yep.
Like for my
Or if you
character,
take the linguistic skill. For each point of linguistics, you get a new language too.
like for say for instance my character, he knows Common, Draconic, Goblin, Jotun, Orcish, and Undercommon.
Okay.
And that's because Common is always given to you, unless you're a special case. I'm a dragon, so Dragonic's my racial. And then I got 3 more for my intelligence bonus, and then an additional for the linguistics. I'm gonna go ahead and take the kobolds over to the inn.
Okay.
And Razor will go along with pulling up the back, while Frost and
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes! Rask!
And we have more influence.
Oh. When you return to the inn, all the rubble has been cleared, the bunks have been repaired, and the tavern's dressed up. Only the disco room has been untouched.
I figured that it would be kind of like the inn took over that other bunk room.
Yeah.
I think that's what Jaffer is referring to. Plus, it's a game
There's
breaking, so.
There's now a door here. And this
Okay.
one has been closed off.
Permanently?
Permanently to open up the bunks to the inn.
My friends, here is a safe place for you guys to reside. I don't suggest going into this small room over here. There's a form of trap that we're not able to disable. However, I'm guessing that the new door right over there would be to a room that you guys might be able to use as housing. I am sorry that this is only very meager accommodations, but at the very least, it's a place where you can not have to worry about creatures coming in.
This is a castle compared to what the kobolds have been dealing with for who knows how long.
us to... Well, never mind.
When was that again? 69. What was that wizard? So, you see the wizard peek his head into the door, wave his hands a little bit, since he had mentioned out the trap, and he casts a spell on the trap. Does anyone wish to identify?
I can go ahead and do a spellcraft check to
Yep.
see if I can identify it.
Roll your spellcraft.
Nat 20.
He's casting Dispel Magic.
Okay.
It's a good thing you guys chose the diplomacy route.
Yeah. Or if they'd thrown a few more spears, Frost wouldn't have exactly been rather happy about it. Especially with the party doing nothing else to help him.
I mean,
Sorry, but I was low on the initiative list.
You see the kobolds, they seem pretty happy. They're grabbing food. They're relaxing for once, de-stressing. A little bit confused how the inn just appeared out of nowhere in this dungeon, but they've seen so much, it's not too terribly concerning for them.
Joke.
So what does the party do now? I heard you guys were going to go fetch the orc.
Well, I mean, 2 of them were sent to fetch the orc already.
Okay. Well, they don't encounter any problems. The orc agrees to follow you, although kind of confused on how an inn popped out of the dungeon. Or popped into the dungeon. And shortly after the kobolds all get settled in, the orc arrives. The orc and the wizard see each other and converse. Both grab a pint from the bartender and speak in an even older form of Draconic. They seem like kind of old friends, but in a way it being rivals for a very long time kind of make it. They know each other well.
Good. Good.
You see him go, "Didn't you have more kobolds?" And to which he replied, "Didn't you have more orcs?"
well, if we find them, we'll certainly bring them back.
Yeah, the more we can save, the better.
Of course.
Okay. So the kobolds are all feasting and partying, as is the... Well, not really partying, but socializing, as is the orc and the wizard. What does the party do?
Oh, I would suggest we go back to where we found the kobolds.
Yeah, I'd say we continue on. No reason to
Okay.
hang out here if there's nothing else to, you know.
Mhm.
The place you find where you found the kobolds, it was upended tables and beds used as basically makeshift cover, so they can ambush anything going through the door. It's not really anything in the way of treasure. And
Okay.
one really smelly corner of the room that the kobolds were using as a restroom. They're likely huddled up in this room for days.
All right, well, forward and onward.
All right. So you continue down the hallway, which curves northward. And to the north of you is a door.
You two coming with us?
Yes.
Cartesia, that was a that's a mountain.
Okay, so I did a perception check on the door.
All right. It is just a standard wooden door, unlocked.
Okay. Which way are the hinges?
They open outward to the north.
Well,
This.
the door is free of traps. At least from this side. And it opens out. Who would like to do the honors of leading the way?
Not everyone volunteer at once.
Don't make the squishy bard do it.
Frost is just gonna wait behind everyone, considering he's the last person to go in and got attacked and abandoned by the party. He's still none too pleased about it.
This has been very difficult for you.
But you're the wall of meat. You're supposed to get attacked by things.
Yes, but not abandoned by party members.
You were not abandoned.
I didn't
We
see
didn't,
you
no.
or anyone else going in the room, being pelted by spears. Even toothpick spears, but still.
All right, Razor and Sparks will go.
All right. You enter a hallway, much like the other hallways you've had in the dungeon. Stone walls, stone floors, no lights. About halfway down the hallway, it forks to the east, and to the north it continues on until a door. Another closed wooden door. And for the east, it goes on well beyond the range of your torch or dark vision.
Well, Razor is gonna continue to the north.
All right.
And he's gonna
Does the
open
rest of
or
the
try
party
to
follow
open the
him?
door.
Yes, I do.
Frost does, but he's still none too pleased.
Okay. So you open up the door to another hallway that goes to the east. This hallway leads to a circular hallway that goes around a single square pillar. And then also branches down to the south.
Away! Razor's gonna open this door. Or at least attempt to.
Right.
Well then,
All right. One moment.
Frost is just gonna go back and grab Cartesia. Bring him back.
ah yes.
Okay. All right. So you're just going to kick open the door?
Well, not kick open, but he's opening it.
All right. PC. We know where the kobolds are this time, right? So I can just remove them?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So clearly there's going to be combat. Or at least initially hostile people. Come on! Let's do
Yep.
it!
Roll
Why
initiative.
is it not? Yes, I'll need initiatives from everyone.
I was kind of joking, but okay.
2, 3.
Not much better than last time.
Mine is.
Two. All right. So you open the door to 3 very angry dark mantles, and they immediately start to attack you. So you all roll your initiatives.
Mhm.
I don't know how to delete
Yep,
these.
we're ready.
All right.
Well, now that you've added
Russ.
the dark mantles, you'll have to go through and individually right-click and delete.
The kobolds. There they are. All right. So Frost, you were first. You hear the hissing of a tentacled beast in front of you.
Right. Hang on a sec. Okay, I had to put my wireless headphones on to charge.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna grab the other ones. Give me a sec.
Well, shall we move to somebody else and come back to him?
Not really with the way these Dark Mantles are going to start the fight. You may want him to have that first strike.
Fair enough.
He just had to win initiative, didn't he?
Three eternities later.
No. I shall. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
If you want to start yourself further up the hallway, you can.
I mean, I had enough movement,
Okay.
thankfully.
Okay, sorry.
Welcome back. You're first. What do you do?
Give me a sec.
Hold on. It was sorry. I'd gotten confused since the combat tracker was on me.
Oh, right. Let me fix it.
Actually, if you press the button by the side of their name, it'll automatically go to that one.
It looks like I forgot to delete a kobold.
Frost is gonna start going into his werewolf form.
Okay. And that takes you a full round, right? Right.
Yep.
Okay. Alright. Dark Mantle 19 uses its innate ability to use darkness. Zim, how do I drop an area of darkness on here, or can we just assume this entire room is filled with magical darkness?
You can right click and go to pointers and then drop a circle.
Okay.
Or draw a circle.
Joke.
Pointers. Draw a circle. And
Something I probably should have read is I can can start the transformation as an immediate action.
20-foot radius.
Damage from an attack.
Yeah, that's just this entire room. In fact, it goes out into the hallway. Pointers. Draw a circle. So, Frost, you are enveloped in magical darkness.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see them anymore. Nor can you see yourself or your teammate behind you.
Could
Everything
I see
in
them?
that room is enveloped in concealing darkness.
Hmm.
All right, and the next Dark Mantle's turn. It moves up to attack Frost. Since he has... Let's see. And it does a slam. And misses. All right. Razor. It's you and your Eidolon's turn. You're enveloped in a fog of magical darkness.
Well, because of my scent ability, I would be able to detect the one within 5 feet.
Yep. It still has total concealment, so you'd still be rolling a 50% mischance against it.
Okay.
You hit, or you're not gonna miss from the mischance. And you hit. Roll your damage.
And of course, activate the elemental assault. And since it's this close... Oh, I do need to roll this first. Cool. Also a bite.
Roll your mischance for the bite.
I already did.
Oh. Well, it's beyond dying right now.
Oh.
So despite the magical darkness, you go full ham on the Dark Mantle and murder it.
Good.
Now you have the taste of otherworldly tentacle in your mouth.
Well, no. I mean, if it's already dying, he wouldn't have bit it.
Oh, you said you bit it.
I didn't realize it was already dying. Because somebody wasn't paying attention enough to let me know.
I was gonna just let you go all out.
No. No. So dark vision does not see through...
No,
No.
this is magical darkness. And Dark Mantles have blind sense.
If you have blind fighting, then you can. That works, but.
Which is
It's
why
actually
slimes
not.
are some of
Not bad.
Which
Feat,
is why
bad
slimes-
feat for this.
which is why slimes are some of the most powerful monsters in the dark.
Well, I don't know what Sparks could actually do, because he wouldn't have any idea where they are to even attack in a direction, so I guess we'll just pass with him.
All right. Cartesia, you heard some fighting, but
Of
can't see beyond the door that your friends are fighting in.
course.
But the
Fascinating.
sword seems to be willing to go forward. It seeks blood from this room.
Of course it does. Oh boy.
Well, I'm not. Hmm. Well, perhaps something good will come of it. We just need to have faith, then. And
And the sword seems to vibrate and guide you to the directions of the dark mantles.
all right.
So you can discern their location.
Ah, because she had faith.
Because the sword itself has blind sense.
Ah, fair enough.
And
She
can
trusted in the
empathically
sword,
teach
and
to
it,
you, talk to
and
you.
it and it revealed an ability.
You still have to roll your mischance, though.
What is the mischance?
50%.
Ah,
Roll percentile, and as long as you get above 51 or above, you hit. Or, you do not miss.
got it.
At least from, the blind.
Ooh.
Nuts. I
Swipe
missed.
at the dark, but nothing connects.
Very close. Moving on.
Alright. Dark Mantle 3. Alright. And... Cortesia, high or low?
I shall pick low.
Alright, Frost it is. The other Dark Mantle flies over and attacks Frost. With a slam. And misses. He's not here. Nee! Your friends are fighting in the dark. What do you do?
Well, I would like to roll a perception check to see if I can locate where one of them is.
Alright, roll that perception check.
16.
You can tell there's one fighting Frost. You can discern that square.
Okay. In that case, I will go over to here. And I will try to... let's see. I can this. I'm going to try and use the Daze spell.
That's a ray, right?
Let me double check real quick. Daze. The spell clouds the mind of a... Oh, it's a humanoid creature. Never mind.
Yeah, no.
However, I
rays.
do have sleep. I don't have any rays. All my stuff's more... So I can use Summon Monster. Which
Alright.
might actually be a good idea. If I
You
may
could play music for
recall that movement.
Yeah.
I will go ahead and use Summon Monster and use Dog as the creature.
Okay. It takes a full round to summon a monster. At the start of the next round, where do you want the dog to appear in?
It is going to appear in the square to the north of me.
Okay. too big map. Sees. Is there a? It's just a dog, right?
Yeah, it's just a standard dog.
Dog. Is there a way I can give him control of the dog?
No.
Okay.
But all you'd need to do is just move it around where he tells you to.
Yeah.
Shame these all start with D.
Yep.
Okay, so it will act on your next round. Alright, so you spend your action summoning a dog.
Okay.
James, you're now transformed. And there is a dark mantle attacking you. What do you do? James?
Yeah, sorry. Just trying to figure out if I'd have would I be able to effectively tell where it is by scent?
Yes, you can discern. You can discern the square.
All right.
You still have a mischance to attack them, but you especially since you've been attacked this round, you
Yeah.
know where they are. You know at least where the one attacking you is, what square it's coming from.
Right.
So you can attack back. You just have a mischance.
Yeah. How do you do the D100 bit?
Click on
Right-click
the
the
D10.
D10. And there should be a percentile.
I will try that again.
A little bit too much.
All right. So you have to roll one of those for each attack you do. So I don't know. I don't know if you're doing great sword in a bite or what you're doing.
Great sword.
Okay.
Because frost
So
resistance.
roll your attack with your great sword.
Right.
And you are. Is that including your. +3 looks so low. What's your strength?
I haven't got the werewolf bit factored into it.
Yeah, I thought you had like a 18 strength too.
15 strength.
15? Oh, okay. So it's a +1 great sword, so it's.
No, it's a regular great sword.
No, it's just a regular great sword? Okay. 12.
Then a
and
+3
2.
is correct.
No, because he's transformed, so that's another +2. So 13. And then 1 from the feast you had earlier, so it's a 15, which I think hits. Yep, that hits. Roll your damage. And roll your damage on the Dark Mantle.
I'm just thinking, and I'm gonna need to add new weapons for the werewolf form.
Probably.
Gonna be easiest.
Unless you want to pull a Dark Souls.
And that's an extra 2 damage. So you're tentacle just flops to the floor as you do a heavy strike with your greatsword. I do believe you still have a bite attack if you want a full attack.
Haven't got the bite input yet.
Okay. You wish to do anything else for your turn?
No, that'll do.
Alright. Dark Mantle 19 is going to try to attack Cartesia. And hit. And have all the damage absorbed by Cartesia's temporary HP. But it gets to try to grab Cartesia. And it grabs Cartesia. Dark Mantle. Alright. Constrict. So it does another 1d4 damage because its tentacle squeezes Cartesia. But that's me.
Terrible choice on its part, really.
Alright. Razor! It's now your turn. You can smell that another Dark Mantle has gone to attack Frost. It has taken a heavy blow.
Well, I shall miss with that. And miss with the other.
Alright.
But
Does Sparks
since
do
it's
anything?
here, at least Sparks can, you know, Razor would know where it is from that.
Yeah. So you can direct Sparks.
Yeah. So his first
That's a
attack will have a chance. Second one would not. And third would not. Okay. So just the bite.
Roll your bite. That's a hit.
Yay!
Roll your damage.
Jump! Oh, come on!
Noms.
Well, that's it.
All right. It's going to try to attack Frost again. And miss terribly. Why is this one? Oh, this one's supposed to have the 13 damage. And this one is undamaged. He's not here. Knee! Your dog can go
Okay.
now. Your dog no longer has summoning sickness.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use my where is it? Inspire courage.
All right. So everyone gets +1 to attack and damage?
Yep.
And don't forget, everyone also has a +1 from the Hero's Feast earlier to attack.
And
forgot.
and I'm gonna say sick 'em.
Okay, so your dog moves next to Sparks. And...
Joke.
+1. Who's already +2. Oops. That is not going to be enough. Your dog misses his first round. James! You have a lot of allies around you. You still have that tentacled creature trying to slap your face off. Even after your sword removed one of its tentacles.
You need to do the percentage thing each time you attack, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, this one hits. Or can hit. Roll your attack. Your attack. That's enough. For 6 damage, and that is enough to kill him.
You gotta remember to roll on them.
Right. Also got to remember that attacks on the left rather than the damage because it's a bigger box.
Yeah. So just remember, drop it on them, otherwise it doesn't count.
Right.
All right. Dark Mantle 19 is going to continue to crush Cartesia. So he automatically does his constrict damage. Actually, I think he needs to do his CMD to keep the hold. Oh! Crit fail. Loses the hold. Okay. So nothing this turn. Razor! The Dark Mantle you're attacking has died.
Great. Are we aware of the one that was crushing Cartesia?
You can hear it. I'm assuming Cartesia is making noises.
Moving
Indeed,
up.
this is magical darkness, not magical deafness.
Well, yes, but before they were attacking one of us, we didn't know where they were.
All right.
Okay. So his sword attack will have a chance. And so will his bite if I need it. Shling! Ooh! Ooh!
Nice.
Yes,
All
very
right.
good for you.
You crit.
I double crit.
I'm just gonna... So you... What is a lot of effing damage?
I mean, it was a crit.
So this Dark Mantle just explodes. There is tentacle and dark matter goop, mental goop, all over Cartesia.
And it's on fire.
Oh.
As you blow that one up, the darkness that it was emitting fades away. Revealing that you're in a fairly empty room.
Have more bodies to dismantle now. At least 2 of them. That one that was attacking Cartesia is no longer in existence.
And
Well,
the sword seems satiated for now.
you okay there, Cartesia?
So what does the party do? They've cleared the dark mantles.
Well, I mean, Razor was trying to talk to Cartesia.
Did the dark... what's left of the dark mantles stink at all?
Probably. Especially the goo that's been sprayed all over Cartesia.
Okay. What kind of a save would I need to roll against that then?
You wouldn't have a save. It wasn't
I mean,
gagging. It's pretty bad, though.
Yeah, especially with the scent ability with the werewolf form.
Yeah. But you're a werewolf. You're used to gore and bad sense.
Right.
So Cartesia, Razor is trying to talk to you.
Ah,
Dark Mantle got
yes.
your tongue?
You're okay?
Mostly, yes.
Well, good. So let's see if there's anything in here. Anything worthwhile in this room?
I'm gonna do a profession.
I can.
check.
You're fading out, Nee.
It's alright.
I mean, we are at least approaching our usual end time, so kudos to the DM for lasting this long.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go
So I'm
ahead
gonna-
and end here. After
Go ahead,
combat
but-
is often a good idea. Yes, no, maybe.
It is about that time.
Yeah.
I think we have a consensus here.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
thank you everybody for joining us today for Infinite Unknowns Pathfinder. I will be back tomorrow with more streaming. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those things there on the website, as well as down in the description below. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I really cannot do it without your guys' support, so thank you. Thank you for those biddies, Toshime. Thank you, everybody, for coming by and hanging out. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/ZGFgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing it around. But for now, I bid you all the most fondest adieu. You guys can say bye.
Bye.
Take care, everybody.